So, that's why I was saying a simple truth. Economic strength is at the backbone of national strength. So we need to have a strong economy to have a strong country. And so, being lazy or doing things as we've been doing and being over-dependent on the US is one of the biggest challenges.
Joly wasted no time getting to the heart of the issue.
She reminded Canadians of a truth few are willing to admit. For decades, Canada's economy has been too tightly bound to the United States.
Vene für Washington shifts Direktion, Ottawa must follow.
Whenever American politics lurches, Canadian businesses feel the shockwaves. Yet Joly's tone wasn't defensive, it was resolute. She made it clear that this imbalance isn't fate, it's a design flaw. And correcting it begins with courage. The courage to trade, invest, and build on our own terms.
Well, there's a lot of things we can't control, and that's definitely what, you can't, you never know what will be read on Truth Social. You just don't know.
Yeah.
But when things are being said by US officials, you have to take them for their word. And you have to take that very seriously.
Some speeches make headlines, others make history. When Canada's industry minister, Melanie Joly, took the stage at the Canadian Club Toronto, she didn't need to name names. Her opening line, calm, clever, and deliberate, was a Truth Social moment of her own, a subtle yet unmistakable jab at Donald Trump's brand of loud politics and empty declarations. While some lead through outrage and hashtags, Joly led through conviction and facts. Her message was quiet, but its meaning was thunderous. Canada will not be defined by another country's noise.
I think at the same time that, I know there's been a taboo about economic nationalism, but this is the moment because we have no choice. And I think a lot of countries in the world will be doing that. So we need to keep open markets with them, but at the same time we can't be naive, and we need to take care of our own economy and our own workers.
Then came the phrase that changed the room, economic nationalism. A term once dismissed as isolationist, now reimagined as strength. Joly explained that this isn't about shutting doors, it's about securing control over Canada's future. It's about ensuring that when global powers make decisions, Canada isn't a bystander forced to adapt, we're a builder shaping our own path. As Joly defined it, economic nationalism means protecting Canadian workers, funding Canadian innovation, and ensuring that Canadian decisions are made right here at home, not dictated by Washington, Silicon Valley, or social media feeds.
And the Prime Minister has mentioned, it is a rupture. It is a rupture. So we need to start thinking differently. And of course, we've been reacting, playing defense, and that's why I was talking about protecting. But we need to be on the offense side, and we need to make sure that we create jobs. And while we're doing that, and while, I was referring to the defense industrial strategy, which I really think is a fantastic opportunity to rebuild a lot of our manufacturing sector that we lost over years.
For too long, Canada has played defense, reacting to tariffs, trade shifts, and tech shocks from abroad. But Joly made one thing clear, those days are over. She called for Canada to move from reaction to action, to go on offense. That means building domestic manufacturing, investing in clean tech, and forming global partnerships that serve our interests first. The subtext was unmistakable. Trump's tariffs may have backfired, because they forced Canada to wake up. Joly's words carried the quiet power of a nation no longer apologizing for its ambition.
And I think there's a lot of interest around the world for what we have to offer, of course, in natural resources, major projects. I think we can develop not only critical minerals, but transformation of critical minerals at home. When we put ourselves at it, Canadians are really, really, determined people. We play by the rules, we're fearless, we're determined, and I think that we should have that same ethos while, developing our stronger economic sovereignty.
And then came the shift in tone, less policy, more pride. Joly spoke of Canadians as fearless, focused, and disciplined people who don't need theatrics to prove their strength. She described economic sovereignty not as a slogan, but as a mindset. While others build walls, Canada builds capacity. While others chase headlines, Canada chases results. Her delivery was steady, but her intent was steel. She was sketching a new Canadian identity, one rooted in quiet confidence, not borrowed validation.
I know that many of you are linked or involved in the auto sector. Let me be super clear. We will fight for every single jobs in the auto sector. We will make sure that we work with the workers, with labor movement, with the plants, with the companies, with the industries, because we know that we need to be there for the auto sector. And we've been there. When we had countermeasures, we've developed a remission system. And Marco, you were involved in that. And on the Strategic Response Fund also that we've put on the table a month ago, we're looking at making the right strategic investments in these plants. But let me be, again, super, super clear. The Ontario economy cannot go well if the auto sector doesn't go well. We all know that. But I'm from Quebec. I understand that if the Ontario economy doesn't go well, the economy of the country doesn't go well. So that's why we'll fight and make sure that we have a strong auto sector here.
And then came her challenge, a rallying cry for the working class. She vowed that Canada would fight for every single job, especially in the auto sector, the backbone of Ontario's economy. This wasn't policy talk, it was a direct counterpunch to Trump's repeated boasts about rebuilding America's car industry. Without naming him, Joly made her point unmistakable: Canada will protect its workers, defend its industries, and never allow US rhetoric to undermine its future. If Ontario doesn't go well, Canada doesn't go well, she said, a statement both patriotic and pointed. In that moment, it became clear: Canada isn't bending, it's building. Melanie Joly's address wasn't just an economic speech, it was a defining political statement, a message to Trump, to Washington, and to every global player watching. Canada is no longer the polite neighbor waiting for permission. We're the partner ready to compete, create, and lead. Because in a world where noise travels faster than truth, Joly proved that quiet strength can shake the room. So, what do you think? Did Melanie Joly just deliver Canada's strongest pushback yet against Trump-style politics and economic dependence? Tell us in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to Canada Today for more exclusive analysis on Canada's growing role in shaping the new global order. Because one thing is now undeniable: while others post, Canada builds.